Hi, and welcome to Negotiation and Influence Week 4. I'm excited about the learning that's been going on to date. I want to give you just a little bit of feedback and then information going forward for Week 4. Last week, for the most part, the Sally Soprano negotiations went pretty well. I've posted the grades and given you my feedback, but most of your learning is going to come as you look in Form 4.0 at the role play that your negotiating partner had as well as yours, so that you can see all of the information that was available to you if you'd asked really good questions and been open with each other. Remember, integrative bargaining is not about concealing information. It's about sharing information so that you can come up with a good outcome for both parties. Please take note of the Harvard Business or Harvard Negotiation Project materials that I posted as well. Going forward, you're going to be using the kind of preparation memo that's posted there that has information on Sally Soprano. There's also information there on options that you could have used in terms of salary and in terms of ways that you could have increased Sally's income without necessarily hardlining it on base compensation. Also options that could have satisfied Sally that weren't monetary in nature, that could have helped you with the overall negotiation. A number of years ago, I did attend the Harvard Negotiation Project, and I built this course as a result of that. My feedback to you comes as a result of knowing these exercises, having gone through them myself, having been trained by the Harvard group. Please try to drop your defenses and learn from me instead of support your original results or defend your original results. That's kind of a normal thing to do, right? Because you've worked hard and you did well, but there's more to learn. Otherwise, you wouldn't need to take this course. You might be good at traditional competitive bargaining. That doesn't mean that you're good at integrative bargaining and win-win negotiations. One of the problems that many of you did have in the Sally Soprano negotiation was getting stuck on interests, getting stuck in your positions, asking for a particular salary, which then required a back and forth tit for tat struggle of am I going to give in or is the other party going to give in? And that's not good integrative bargaining. Instead, you should have spent a greater deal of time identifying the real interests, not the wants, not your demand, not your position, but your interests, getting that job for Sally, enhancing her self-esteem, making sure that she had a deal that made her feel really good about herself and about her future, and for the opera securing Sally. She was the best that they were going to do, and they really needed her in a very short turnaround time. And then brainstorming options together after you've identified your main interests, your main concerns, so that you build together side by side problem solving rather than tit for tat back and forth on demands. You build together your solution to a problem that you're both facing because you're in it together. Take time to respond to how you could improve on that in Form 4.0 as you analyze all the material that's available to you. Then in 4.1, work on trust, respond to the trust questionnaire, talk about the importance of building trust. Otherwise, you won't have a good win-win collaborative negotiation. And in fact, it could be that some of you were not trusting each other during the Sally exercise. What could you have done to improve your trust between each other? And then in Form 4.2, you're going to be taking a look at your final negotiation partners, the roles that you have for the final negotiation that's going to take place week 7. Make sure that you read the Eurotechnologies Inc. information in your text, as well as the confidential information that's provided for your side of the negotiation. you're not going to be coming up with the details or planning the negotiation this week. What you're going to be doing is building your charter for how you're going to go about planning the negotiation and how you're going to be working with the fellow members of your team. You'll either have 1 or 2 team members. If you're management, you'll have 5 team members if you're one of the R&D teams. There are wikis available to help you begin to organize the charter, and then towards the end of the week make sure that you have your conference call with your team members so that you can do your final charter, and at the end of the week have somebody from your team post that charter to Form 4.2. Then of course there is a written assignment that is due again Monday morning in your week 4 written assignment. I think that's about it. If you've got any questions for me about my feedback or about the negotiations material, please post that to the questions form for the course at the topics level, and if other students can't answer, I surely will. I hope you have a good week. I've got meetings that I'm running to, and I will finish grading the written assignment when I come home this afternoon. Hope you have a great week.